You might think you found a dream deal. Low mileage, shiny paint, spotless photos. But used cars can hide nightmares that only show up after your money's gone. We've done all the digging about used car scams so you don't have to, and what we found will save you thousands in repairs and regret. Because behind every great deal is either a well-kept machine or a ticking time bomb waiting for the next owner. Number 12, never buy in the dark. If there's one rookie mistake that costs people more than anything else, it's this: buying a car in the dark. It doesn't matter how sweet the deal sounds or how convincing the seller seems. If you're looking at that car under weak lighting, you're setting yourself up for regret. Shadows hide flaws, and streetlights lie. A car that looks glossy under a yellow bulb can look like a disaster in the daylight. Always see it in full sun, where every curve and reflection tells the truth. Stand back and scan the panels. Do they all match in color and shine? If one door looks slightly duller or the hood's reflection bends oddly, it's been painted. And paint means problems. Whether it's a hidden accident repair or rust that's been patched over, it's not worth guessing which. Even a small repaint job can mean the car's been hit hard. Remember, sunlight doesn't lie, and the car that looks good at night may look like a crime scene in the morning. Number 11, tires tell the truth. Tires are the car's report card. Run your hand across the tread. If it feels uneven, feathered, or cupped, that's not just wear. That's misalignment or bent suspension parts. Maybe even a twisted frame. New tires don't always mean good news either. Some sellers throw on cheap ones to cover deeper problems. Real tires cost real money, around $1,000 for a decent set. And uneven wear means the car's been through more than it admits. The rubber never lies. Number 10, the engine bay never lies. Now pop the hood, but don't just stand there pretending to understand what you're looking at. You're not admiring it, you're investigating it. Start with the transmission fluid if the car has a dipstick. Healthy fluid should be a bright cherry red. If it's dark, brown, or smells like burnt toast, that transmission's been abused. Rebuilds can cost thousands, even on simple cars. Next, pull the engine oil dipstick. The oil should be golden brown and smooth. Thick, black sludge means it's been neglected. But here's the trick. If the oil looks too clean, that's not always good either. It might have just been changed to hide the damage. Look at the area around the oil filler cap. If you see milky residue, walk away. That's a possible head gasket failure, and that repair can easily total the car. Then, check the coolant reservoir. It should be clean, green, orange, or pink, depending on the type. But if you see oil floating in it, or if it looks like muddy water, that's another sign of a blown gasket or cracked head. You'll be buying more trouble than transport. Finally, glance at the belts and hoses. If they're dry, cracked, or worn, that means the owner ignored maintenance. Same goes for corrosion around battery terminals or rust on aluminum parts. Both are signs of moisture exposure or poor storage. Every detail under the hood tells you whether this car was loved or just driven into the ground. Don't ignore the clues. Number 9, the sound test. Listen, don't talk. This is the step where most buyers fail. They get distracted, chatting with the seller, playing the radio, focusing on the smell of the interior, while the car quietly screams for help. When you take the test drive, silence is everything. Turn off the AC, the radio, even the fan. Roll the windows up halfway and just listen. A rhythmic ticking when you accelerate? That could be valve noise, or a worn lifter, a deep knocking from underneath. You're possibly hearing a failing engine bearing, and that means run. A soft clunk over bumps points to worn suspension joints or control arms. Even a faint squeak during braking might signal warped rotors or worn pads. Then comes the steering feel. A good car tracks straight and steady. If it pulls to one side or the steering wheel shakes, that's alignment or tire balance. Small problems that can reveal big underlying issues. Pay attention to vibrations at highway speed. They often hint at warped wheels, bad bearings, or damaged axles. And here's the rule: never let the seller talk your instincts. Some will try to guide the test drive, chatting, cracking jokes, or pointing out features to keep your focus away from the sounds. Don't fall for it. Tell them politely you want quiet. The noises a car makes in silence are more honest than anything the seller says out loud. Number 8, the OBD2 truth detector. Forget guessing. Let the car tell on itself. A $40 OBD2 scanner can uncover the secrets hiding in its computer. Plug it in under the dash, turn the key, and scan. If no codes show up, great, but don't celebrate yet. Some sellers clear them right before you arrive. Check the readiness monitors. If they're incomplete, the system's been reset. That means someone erased the evidence. And if you do find codes, don't ignore them. A single transmission or misfire code can turn into thousands in repairs. The car's computer never lies. It just waits for someone smart enough to ask. Number 7, crawl underneath. If you haven't looked under the car, you haven't really looked at it at all. That shiny paint means nothing if the frame is rusting away underneath. Crawl down and take a real look, or pay someone who can. Rust on frame rails, suspension mounts, or brake lines is more dangerous than it looks. Once corrosion starts, it never truly stops. Push on the metal. If it flakes or crumbles, walk away. You're not buying transportation, you're buying time before the next repair. Watch out for fresh undercoating too. That black paint seller's spray under the car isn't protection, it's camouflage for rust or bad welding. Exhaust parts painted silver, another cover-up. Underneath is where the truth hides. And it's where most people never look. A clean engine bay can be staged. The undercarriage can't lie. Number 6, the pre-purchase inspection. Here's the truth. If you skip the pre-purchase inspection, you're gambling, not buying. And in this game, the house always wins. For a small fee, a real inspection gives you something no seller ever will: honesty. But the key word here is real. Not every mechanic is qualified to judge every car. You want someone who knows that specific brand, who's seen that model's quirks before. A lazy inspection is worse than none at all. Too many buyers trust a dealership's certified check that's nothing more than a guy walking around with a clipboard. You want a proper inspection, on a lift, with diagnostics, with a professional who takes it seriously. Spending $100 now can save you $5,000 later. Think of it this way. Would you buy a house without checking the foundation? Then why would you buy a car without checking what's holding it together? Number 5, the price trap. Every used car ad has that one too good to be true deal. And that's exactly what it is. When the market says a car's worth 15 grand and you find one for 9, you're not lucky. You're the target. Maybe it's flood damage. Maybe it's a patched up salvage title. Maybe it's been sitting on a lot so long that the tires have gone flat and the fluids are turning to sludge. That's what mechanics call lot rot. The longer a car sits, the more it dies. Seals dry out, batteries die, and rust creeps in. Sellers will polish it, park it in the sunlight, and call it a bargain. But the question you should always ask is simple. Why hasn't anyone else bought it? The answer is usually something you can't see yet, but your wallet will find out soon enough. The hard truth is that cheap cars are never cheap for long. If you want reliability, you have to pay for it. You don't have to overpay, but you can't expect miracles either. In the used car world, every dollar you save up front often costs you $3 later. When the price seems too good to be true, it's not a discount, it's bait. Number 4, the test drive. Listen before you buy. Most people think a test drive is just about comfort or features. It's not. It's the car's medical exam. When you start the engine, don't rev it. Just listen. If it hesitates, rattles, or shakes on startup, that's not normal for its age. That's a warning. Once you're on the road, focus on how the car feels, not how it looks. A pull to one side, vibration at highway speed, or a delay when shifting means something's wrong underneath. And when you brake, any vibration or pulse through the pedal means warped rotors or suspension wear. Keep the radio off. Don't let the seller distract you with small talk or sales chatter. This is your moment to hear what they don't want you to hear. Ticking valves, whining bearings, or clunky suspensions. A good car should sound calm. A bad one will try to tell you what's coming if you just listen long enough. Number 3, the smell test. Your nose can spot what your eyes can't. That fresh scent inside the car? It might be covering mold or flood damage. Sit inside with the windows closed for a minute. A damp, musty smell means water has leaked in, usually from bad seals, sunroof drains, or door gaskets. That's not a small problem. It's the kind that ruins wiring and breeds rust from the inside out. A sweet, syrupy smell through the air vents means a coolant leak inside the dash. A heater core issue that costs hundreds to fix. Burnt oil or transmission fluid smell under the hood means overheating or neglect. And if everything smells like perfume or new car spray, that's a cover-up. A healthy car smells neutral, metal, rubber, and maybe a hint of gasoline. Anything else deserves suspicion. Number 2, the paperwork trap. This part is where smart buyers win and impulsive buyers lose. Never rush the paperwork. The title should be clean, in the seller's name, and free of words like salvage, rebuilt, or flood. Those titles mean the car's already lived a rough life, and the next chapter could be written in your wallet. If it's a private sale, Check their ID. Make sure it matches the title. Selling for a friend usually means trouble. If you're at a dealership, look closely for "as is" in the contract. Once you sign that, you own every problem the car has. No takebacks. Check the VIN on the dashboard and the door frame. They must match the paperwork exactly. Even one mismatch can signal something shady. And if the seller forgot maintenance records, that's not forgetfulness. That's avoidance. A car that's been serviced regularly has nothing to hide. Missing records, gaps in mileage, or sudden changes in ownership are red flags that no polish can cover. Number 1, the expectation check. This last one isn't about the car, it's about you. Too many buyers expect a used car to act brand new. It won't. And that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's predictability. Know what you're buying, what it's worth, and what kind of maintenance it'll need. A 10-year-old SUV with 120,000 miles isn't a failure. It's just honest. What's dangerous is expecting a miracle for cheap. You can't pay $3,000 and expect 15 grand's worth of reliability. Every used car is a balance between cost and care. Know the weak spots of the model you're buying. Every car has them. And never fall in love before you've inspected it. Emotions make expensive mistakes. Patience makes smart decisions. The car you walk away from today might be the best one you never bought. If this helped you spot the red flags before your next purchase, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share it with someone hunting for their next ride. Because knowing what to look for is the real way to win the used car game.